Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The NFL world is buzzing with an electrifying rumor that has quickly escalated to breaking news. Matthew Judon is reportedly heading to Baltimore to become the latest cornerstone of the Ravens defense. From the moment this information surfaced, insiders and fans alike have been caught in a whirlwind of speculation, excitement, and endless discussion. Judon, known for his relentless pass-rushing skills and uncanny ability to disrupt quarterbacks, has been linked with several franchises over the past few seasons. But the potential landing in Baltimore has set social media on fire. Analysts are already dissecting what this move could mean for the Ravens' defensive schemes, imagining Judon lining up alongside established stars, creating nightmares for opposing offenses. The conversations are everywhere, from podcasts to locker room whispers, with people trying to decode whether this is a long-term strategy or a high-risk, high-reward gamble. Rumors are flying about contract structures, cap space maneuvering, and how the coaching staff plans to integrate a talent of Judon's caliber. While fans cannot help but fantasize about the energy this acquisition could inject into the team, Matthew Judon's potential addition to the Ravens is more than just a headline. It represents a seismic shift in how Baltimore could approach the upcoming seasons. Scouts and commentators are drawing parallels between Judon's agility and the kind of defensive versatility that has defined championship-caliber teams. With Judon's speed off the edge and his ability to read offensive lines, the Ravens might finally be looking at the kind of disruptive force that can change the momentum of games in the most critical moments. This rumor alone has led to heated debates about defensive alignments, with some envisioning Judon as the missing piece in a pass-rush rotation, designed to pressure even the most elite quarterbacks. Meanwhile, fantasy football enthusiasts are recalculating projections and playoff implications, imagining Judon's sacks and pressures translating into fantasy points. Fans in Baltimore are already dreaming of highlight reels, imagining Judon swooping in for game-changing plays while stadium chants roar. Every whisper from insiders seems to magnify the anticipation, as if Judon's arrival could alter not just the season, but the very identity of the Ravens' defensive unit. The ripple effects of Matthew Judon potentially joining the Ravens extend beyond the field. Front offices across the league are likely monitoring Baltimore's moves with heightened attention, trying to anticipate how this defensive upgrade could shift power dynamics within their division and the conference. Rumors about trades, free agent departures, or roster tweaks are surfacing almost simultaneously as other teams react to what could be a game-changing acquisition. Analysts are debating how this could impact defensive schemes, with some predicting a transition to more aggressive blitz packages designed to maximize Judon's strengths. Even casual fans have jumped into the conversation, speculating about how Judon could form an unstoppable duo with the Ravens' current stars, creating a defensive juggernaut that keeps opponents on edge. Every media outlet seems to have its own version of the story, fueling a maelstrom of speculation and excitement, while insiders continue to drop cryptic hints about official announcements, contract details, and training camp strategies that could finally make this rumor reality. Amidst all this speculation, the narrative surrounding Matthew Judon's career trajectory adds yet another layer to the story. Judon has been celebrated as one of the most consistent and dynamic defensive players in the league, with a reputation for relentless work ethic and an instinctive knack for turning ordinary plays into game-defining moments. Analysts are noting that a potential move to Baltimore could reinvigorate Judon's career, providing a platform where his talents are magnified by the team's coaching philosophy and roster composition. Social media is ablaze with clips of past highlights, each play serving as a reminder of why Judon's presence could be transformative. Fans are dissecting game footage, creating their own breakdowns of how Judon might fit into the Ravens' schemes, and speculating about which offensive lineman will feel the brunt of his impact first. The excitement is palpable as this rumor transforms into what feels like a collective daydream for the Ravens faithful, with everyone envisioning how Judon could single-handedly elevate the team's defensive reputation across the league. Even as the rumor mill churns, there's a sense of anticipation that only the NFL can generate. Baltimore fans are on the edge of their seats, imagining Judon in the purple and black, bringing intensity, skill, and a relentless pursuit of quarterbacks that could define a new era of Ravens football. Pundits are weighing in on podcasts, predicting the immediate and long-term impact. From sack totals to locker room influence, Every report fuels more questions. How will this affect draft strategies? Will existing defensive players feel pressure or motivation? Could this move signal a broader strategic shift? With the Ravens willing to invest heavily in defense to reclaim dominance, social media polls, heated debates, and viral clips are all part of the ecosystem, making the rumor feel alive and immediate. It's a moment where the line between speculation and reality blurs, creating a sense of suspense and excitement that feels almost cinematic. With Matthew Judon at the center of the narrative, ultimately, the Matthew Judon to Ravens story is not just a player acquisition rumor, it is an invitation to dream, debate, and dissect every possible scenario. The chatter among fans, insiders, and analysts alike paints a picture of a franchise on the brink of a potential defensive renaissance. Every article, tweet, and podcast contributes to the narrative, creating a mosaic of anticipation that keeps Baltimore fans glued to every update. The excitement is almost tangible, with Judon imagined as the catalyst for turning ordinary matchups into high-stakes showdowns. Each speculative scenario, whether about schemes, leadership roles, or locker room dynamics, adds layers to a story that feels bigger than football, more like a cultural moment for Ravens fans and the NFL community. The rumors, whispers, and debates all combine to form a living, breathing narrative that seems to grow by the hour, keeping everyone hooked on the question, will Matthew Judon really become Baltimore's next defensive cornerstone? The conversation surrounding Matthew Judon continues to evolve as insiders hint at the potential ramifications beyond the immediate season. Imagine the strategic conversations in Baltimore's war room, coaches planning pass rush rotations, defensive coordinators reimagining coverage schemes, and teammates adapting to a new, high-energy presence that could redefine practice dynamics. Analysts speculate about how opposing offenses might alter game plans, perhaps dedicating more resources to contain Judon, which in turn could free up other defenders to make plays. Meanwhile, fans on social media are crafting simulations, debating potential highlights, and forecasting playoff scenarios where Judon's impact could tip the scales in critical moments. The rumor itself fuels engagement and imagination, encouraging narratives about the intangible benefits of leadership, intensity, and veteran presence that Judon brings. Even casual viewers are drawn into the dialogue, participating in a collective speculation that bridges statistics, strategy, and storytelling. It's a unique moment in the NFL ecosystem, where one player's rumored move generates a cascade of discussion, anticipation, and excitement that permeates every corner of the football world, keeping everyone eagerly waiting for confirmation. For the Ravens, Matthew Judon's potential arrival could signal a new chapter in their defensive identity. Beyond raw statistics, the presence of a player like Judon has the potential to influence culture, mindset, and competitive edge. Observers speculate on the ripple effects rookie development might accelerate. Under Judon's mentorship, locker room chemistry could shift with his energetic presence, and the team's reputation as a defensive powerhouse could solidify further. Fans envision a defense that not only stops plays but intimidates opponents, creating momentum swings that could define the season. Even discussions about merchandise, marketing, and media coverage have been ignited, as a high-profile acquisition has a way of capturing public imagination beyond the field. As the rumor continues to circulate, the anticipation grows, and every hint from insiders feels like a clue in a larger puzzle. Whether it materializes or remains a tantalizing what-if, the conversation surrounding Matthew Judon and the Ravens has already created an unforgettable narrative in the NFL landscape, one that fuels endless debate, excitement, and hope for fans who dream of a new era in Baltimore football. As the story develops, analysts and commentators continue to speculate on the tactical transformations that Matthew Judon's presence could bring. From edge-rushing schemes to hybrid coverage roles, coaches might adjust personnel groupings to maximize his disruptive skills. Rumors suggest that practice sessions could take on a new intensity, with Judon challenging teammates to elevate their performance. Fans are already projecting game highlights, imagining Judon forcing turnovers, sacking elite quarterbacks, and influencing momentum swings in high-stakes matchups. Media outlets circulate insider hints, contract speculation, and interviews, amplifying the sense of immediacy and importance. The narrative grows richer with every discussion, blending strategy, anticipation, and fan enthusiasm into a continuous feedback loop. It's a story that thrives on the unknown, where each rumor, leak, or insider report feeds the imagination, creating a spectacle that transcends a mere player acquisition. Baltimore fans, and NFL followers at large are caught in a dynamic tension between rumor and reality, eager for confirmation, yet already savoring the possibilities, illustrating the extraordinary influence one player can have on collective imagination and league-wide conversation. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens, and hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. The final layer of this evolving narrative centers on the emotional impact of Matthew Judon joining the Ravens. Beyond tactics and stats, there's an undeniable human element, the excitement, hope, and dreams of fans who see in Judon not just an athlete, but a symbol of renewed ambition. Social media discussions highlight personal stories, favorite plays, and the sense of pride that comes with a high-profile signing. The rumor has transformed ordinary days into events, with every news drop generating discussion, debate, and anticipation. Analysts explore not only his on-field contributions, but the morale boost that a veteran, high-caliber player can provide, influencing training culture, team confidence, and performance under pressure. The chatter becomes a shared experience, uniting fans in speculation and enthusiasm, transforming the rumor into a communal narrative. In this way, Matthew Judon's potential move becomes more than a transaction. It is a catalyst for stories, debates, and dreams that ripple through the Ravens community, NFL media, and fan culture, creating a living, ongoing saga that continues to evolve with every passing hour, tweet, and insider hint. Rumors continue to swirl around potential statistical impacts, with analysts projecting increases in sacks, tackles for loss, and forced turnovers directly attributable to Young's presence. Speculation suggests that his inclusion may create opportunities for teammates to excel, as offenses focus on him, potentially leaving other defenders free to make impactful plays. Fans are debating which metrics will best capture his influence, from pressures per game to impact on third down efficiency, while commentators imagine scenarios where Baltimore dominates in ways that are both visible on the stat sheet and felt psychologically by opponents. The chatter also touches on strategic repercussions. Quarterbacks may need to adapt pre-snap reads, adjust their cadence, or even alter entire offensive strategies in response to Young's anticipated chaos. The rumor mill portrays Young as a disruptor, capable of creating tangible shifts in game outcomes, while simultaneously shaping opponents' decisions in real time. Observers speculate that this ripple effect could extend to playoff scenarios, influencing team matchups, draft decisions, and even future free agent priorities across the league. Social media buzzes with hypothetical narratives, animated discussions, and passionate debates about the potential magnitude of his impact, emphasizing that Young is more than a player. He is a catalyst for chaos, anticipation, and speculation that permeates every corner of professional football. The ongoing excitement and uncertainty fuel a narrative that will likely dominate conversations, analysis, and media coverage for months to come. Finally, whispers surrounding Young's financial and contractual details add another layer of intrigue, with speculation that the Ravens have structured incentives to maximize his impact, while aligning with long-term strategic goals. Rumors suggest that bonuses tied to disruptive plays and performance metrics ensure both alignment of talent and measurable returns on investment. Analysts speculate that this approach reflects a broader philosophy of prioritizing defensive dominance, signaling a league-wide message that calculated chaos can be more valuable than conventional offensive expenditure. Fans debate potential scenarios, from breakaway plays to season-defining moments, while media outlets amplify speculation regarding rival reactions, counter-strategies, and the domino effects of this transformative signing. Even those outside Baltimore's fanbase are captivated, drawn into the narrative of chaos, strategy, and defensive power. This final layer of rumor cements the perception that the Ravens, with Young at the forefront, are positioning themselves not just for victories, but for dominance that resonates both on the field and across the league, ensuring that every game carries anticipation, unpredictability, and the potential for absolute disruption. The saga surrounding Chase Young's arrival is evolving into one of the most talked about narratives in football, a story of talent, strategy, and calculated chaos that could redefine how the game is approached for years to come. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.